Okay, Rachel Zegler shows support to Halle Bailey amid Snow White controversy. So Halle Bailey, if you don't know by now, she was cast as Ariel, and of course people had issues with that because she's a person of colour, and everyone sees Ariel as white. And I think also a lot of people had issues with the film itself, just in general, because this was really when we started to see things take a dramatic turn in rewriting stuff. So both actresses have shared experiences when it comes to Disney live action remakes, and the latter became target of discrimination and review bombing when she was cast as Ariel in the updated Little Mermaid, so much that it became #NotMyAriel, went viral on Twitter. And now in a similar situation has unfolded with Rachel, with Snow White after Zegler, who is playing the titular princess, made comments about the original movie, calling it weird, describing the princess stalker and slamming the narrative's focus on the quest for true love. Since doing the rounds online last month, a number of Zegler past comments have resurfaced, and she has been called to everything from spoilt to hypocritical. And of course, as the backlash continues and fans talk about boycotting the movie, directed by Mark Webb from a screenplay by Greta Gerwig and Erin Cressida Wilson, Zegler has shown solidarity with Bailey as the two Disney princesses who faced the wrath of the online community. So they're basically uniting together. Snow White's Rachel Zegler supports Halle Bailey as the Little Mermaid, and last week, Film Updates shared a message on Twitter/X asking followers to name a role you think was perfectly cast. In response, user Sanjay Create posted an image of Halle Bailey as Ariel in the Little Mermaid live-action remake, and Rachel Zegler has since retweeted the thread. And of course, people went for her. Of course they did. But we're not focusing on that per se. We're going to have a quick look. Okay, so there she is as Ariel. Listen, I ain't really got much of an opinion on her casting. I didn't watch the live action remake of The Little Mermaid because I thought the animation looked really bad, to put it bluntly. So plenty of people have shown their support for the two stars while slamming the backlash they faced for their roles, with one writing, "I will never forget how the internet treated Halle Bailey and Rachel Zegler." Let's quickly react to this comment. I don't really think Halle Bailey was... I keep wanting to say Halle Berry. Anyway, I don't think Halle Bailey was really ever as narcissistic as Rachel is. She didn't come off that way. She's certainly more approachable. And she didn't really say, as far as I can recall, she didn't really say how much she hated the original like Rachel Zegler did. I mean, that just looks bad on Disney itself. And this particular comment really gets me. And this is the whole reason, really, why I'm making an edited video. But I'm going to read it anyway, and be sure to check out the edited video when it's released. Do people not understand how lucky we are that Halle Bailey and Rachel Zegler are helming these iconic movies with their spectacular, breathtaking voices and singing talent? Asked another. As an audience, we're lucky as those who saw Julie Andrews in Sound of Music and Mary Poppins for the first time. Did you seriously just compare Julie Andrews to Halle Bailey and Rachel Zegler? In particular, Rachel Zegler. That's rude to Julie Andrews, in my opinion. Just saying. And if you want to know my full opinion on that particular comment, don't forget to check out the edited video later. Because, boy oh boy, I've got some opinions on that comment. And a third added, some people are really trying to pretend Halle Bailey didn't get hate for Ariel, like Rachel Zegler is getting hate for Snow White, huh? Listen, Halle Bailey definitely got hate for Ariel, but it's nowhere near as toxic as the hate for Rachel. And that sounds like I'm sticking up for Rachel, but I'm not, because Rachel brought it on herself from going beyond what she was told to say, and she basically insulted Snow White. I don't really recall ever reading comments or hearing comments from Halle Bailey that insulted Ariel. You know, and I have said in the past that, you know, if you really want to get a person's opinion on something, I still haven't found where this particular short or TikTok is, but if you really want to ask someone, ask the kid that was watching the trailer for The Little Mermaid what she truly thought of a person of colour being cast as Ariel, and she too, that child, is a person of colour, and she turns around and she says, Ariel's not a girl of colour, she's not a person of colour, she's white. You know, so not everyone is on it. I know some young girls of colour obviously really loved that casting because they're represented, but changing skin colour for their own agenda, colourblind casting, it just doesn't work. Because imagine if we had Tiana. I've said this before. Princess Tiana from The Princess and the Frog. She is Disney's, I believe, the first black Disney princess, right? Imagine if people cast her as a white actress, as white, in a live action remake of this particular film. Imagine if that happened now. There would be, like, things would go chaotic because you cast her as white. Just saying, you know. Oh, it's so ridiculous. But they have solidarity with each other back in July, and the ongoing discourse about Snow White casting. Zegler wrote on Twitter X, extremely appreciative of the love I feel from those defending me online, but please don't tag me in this nonsensical discourse about my casting. You can just not read the comments. You can just block anyone. You can turn your messenger off on Twitter. You can actually do that. Or you just don't have to engage in it. That's probably the better option. Of course, you know, so Halle Bailey shows solidarity and they stick up for each other. But to be honest, between the two, if I had to choose one, I would choose Halle Bailey, because she is much more approachable. Listen, they both can sing beautifully as well. I'm just comparing them to Julie Andrews. It's just ridiculous anyway. But like I said, I'm going to be doing an edited video on that, so keep an eye out for that particular video. It will be released at some point. Just keep an eye out for it. I haven't filmed it yet, but all my opinions, it's so strong. It's so strong. Anyway, don't forget to let me know what you think in the comments below. Obviously, they're showing solidarity with each other, but do you agree with this article? You may agree with it, you may not. What do you think? Comment below. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Follow me on Twitch and follow me on Rumble as well. Thank you.